Imagine this: a woman in a hard hat, wielding a welding torch, sparks flying like fireworks as she crafts a masterpiece from raw metal. Sounds unexpected, right? Welcome to the world of women welders, a realm where strength, skill, and creativity collide to shatter stereotypes and build a brighter future. In this video, we're diving into 10 fascinating facts about women in welding that will surprise, inspire, and maybe even make you want to pick up a welding torch yourself. From breaking barriers in a male-dominated industry to mastering an art form that shapes everything from skyscrapers to spaceships, these women are redefining what it means to wield power, literally and figuratively. Whether you're curious about welding, passionate about gender equality, or just love a good underdog story, stick around because these facts will spark your curiosity and leave you in awe of the women who are welding their way into history. Let's ignite this journey together. Fact 1. Women welders are pioneers in a male-dominated field. Welding has long been seen as a man's job, but women have been challenging this notion for decades, carving out their place in an industry that's as tough as the steel they shape. The history of women in welding stretches back to World War II, when millions of women stepped into industrial roles to support the war effort. Known as Rosie the Riveters, many of these women took up welding torches to build ships, tanks, and planes, proving their mettle in shipyards and factories. Their contributions were so vital that by 1943, women made up nearly 20% of the U.S. welding workforce. Yet, after the war, societal pressures pushed many back into traditional roles, and the industry reverted to being male-dominated. Fast forward to today, and women are once again making waves. According to the American Welding Society, women currently represent about 5 to 7% of professional welders in the U.S., a small but growing number. This resurgence is driven by a new generation of women who refuse to be boxed in by stereotypes. They're enrolling in welding programs, earning certifications, and proving they can handle the heat, literally. Take, for example, Jessica Garcia, a welder from Texas who started her career at 19 and now leads a team at a major fabrication shop. Her story reflects a broader trend. Women are not just entering the field but excelling, often outshining their peers with precision and creativity. What makes this fact fascinating is the sheer resilience it takes to thrive in such a challenging environment. Welding is physically demanding, requiring steady hands, sharp focus, and the ability to work in extreme conditions, think scorching heat or freezing cold, often while wearing heavy protective gear. For women, the challenge is twofold. They must master the craft while navigating biases that question their strength or skill. Yet they persist. Organizations like Women Who Weld, a nonprofit founded by Samantha Ferrugia, offer training and mentorship, helping women build confidence and community. These programs are critical because welding isn't just a job, it's a craft that demands years of practice to perfect techniques like TIG, tungsten inert gas, or MIG, metal inert gas, welding. Beyond the technical, women bring unique perspectives to welding. Studies suggest women often excel in tasks requiring fine motor skills and attention to detail, key for intricate welds in industries like aerospace or automotive. Their work is everywhere, from the bridges we cross to the rockets that soar into space. Yet, they face hurdles like workplace harassment or lack of early exposure to trades. Initiatives like Australia's Weld Like a Girl campaign are changing this by introducing young women to welding through workshops, showing them that this career is not only accessible but empowering. The impact? More women are welding their way to financial independence, with median salaries for welders in the U.S. hovering around $45,000 to $60,000 annually, often with overtime opportunities. This fact underscores a powerful truth: women welders aren't just breaking barriers, they're building the world. Fact 2. Welding is an art form, and women are master artists. When you think of welding, you might picture gritty industrial work, but it's also an art form, and women are proving to be some of its finest artists. Welding requires not just technical skill but a creative eye, as welders shape metal into functional and often beautiful structures. Women like Emily Chin, a welder and sculptor from California, blend welding with artistry to create stunning metal sculptures exhibited in galleries worldwide. Her work, which ranges from delicate floral designs to bold abstract forms, showcases how welding transcends utility to become a medium of expression. The artistry of welding lies in its precision. A single weld must be strong, seamless, and visually clean, whether it's holding together a skyscraper's frame or adorning a custom motorcycle. Women often bring a meticulous approach to this process. For instance, Sarah Thompson, a UK-based welder, specializes in TIG welding, a technique requiring such finesse that it's likened to sewing with metal. Her welds on luxury car chassis are so flawless they're considered works of art by engineers. This level of skill takes years to develop. Most welders train for 6 to 18 months in vocational programs, followed by apprenticeships. Women, however, often face longer learning curves due to limited access to mentors or equipment early on. What's fascinating is how women are using welding to challenge gender norms through art. In India, welder Priya Sharma creates sculptures that explore themes of femininity and strength, welding delicate lattices that defy the tough stereotype of her trade. Her work has sparked conversations about gender in galleries and workshops alike. Meanwhile, women are also innovating in functional welding. The aerospace industry, for example, relies on welders like Aisha Khan, who works on NASA projects, crafting welds that must withstand the vacuum of space. Her precision ensures the safety of astronauts, proving women's contributions are out of this world, literally. The artistic side of welding also opens doors to entrepreneurship. Many women, like Maria Lopez in Mexico, start their own welding businesses, creating custom furniture or decorative gates. These ventures not only showcase their creativity but also provide economic empowerment, with some earning six-figure incomes. Yet, the path isn't easy. Women often face skepticism from clients or suppliers, and the cost of equipment, like a $2,000 welding machine, can be a barrier. Still, their artistry shines through, proving that welding is as much about vision as it is about skill. This fact reveals a hidden dimension of welding where women are not just workers but creators shaping metal and culture alike. Fact 3. Women welders are leading in high-tech industries. Welding isn't just about manual labor. It's a gateway to cutting-edge industries, and women are at the forefront of this technological revolution. Modern welding involves advanced tools like robotic welders, laser welding systems, and 3D modeling software, making it a high-tech field. Women like Dr. Elena Martinez, a welding engineer with a PhD in materials science, are pushing boundaries in industries like aerospace, automotive, and renewable energy. Martinez develops welding techniques for lightweight alloys used in electric vehicles, contributing to a greener future. The high-tech nature of welding is fascinating because it blends hands-on skill with digital innovation. For example, automated welding systems, which women like software-savvy welder Naomi Okoye program, are transforming manufacturing. Okoye, based in Nigeria, codes robotic arms to perform precise welds on solar panel frames, boosting efficiency and sustainability. Her work highlights a key trend. Women are not just keeping up with technology but driving it. In the US, women make up about 10% of welding engineers, a role that combines welding expertise with design and analysis, often requiring a bachelor's degree. What sets women apart in these industries is their adaptability. Welding for high-tech applications, like semiconductor manufacturing or medical device production, demands precision at microscopic levels. Women like Hannah Kim in South Korea excel here, using laser welding to create tiny, flawless joints and pacemakers. Her work requires not just skill but an understanding of physics and metallurgy, showing how welding intersects with science. Training for such roles is rigorous. Think 2 to 4 years of technical education plus certifications like AWS Certified Welding Inspector. Yet, women face challenges in high-tech welding. The cost of advanced equipment, often exceeding $50,000, and the need for continuous upskilling can be daunting. Gender biases also persist, with some assuming women are less tech-savvy. Organizations like the Women in Manufacturing Association are countering this by offering scholarships and networking events, helping women like Martinez and Okoye thrive. Their success is reshaping industries. Welds in Tesla batteries, wind turbines, and even SpaceX rockets bear the mark of women's expertise. This fact highlights how women welders are not just part of the future, they're building it with every spark. Fact 4. Women welders are role models for the next generation. One of the most inspiring aspects of women in welding is their role as mentors and role models, paving the way for future generations. Women like Fatima Al-Sayed, a welder and instructor in Dubai, are transforming the industry by teaching young women the trade. Her welding academy, which serves over 200 students annually, emphasizes hands-on practice and confidence building, showing girls as young as 14 that welding is within their reach. Al-Sayed's story is compelling. She entered welding at 22, defying cultural expectations, and now inspires others to do the same. This fact is fascinating because it reveals the ripple effect of women's success. Role models like Al-Sayed don't just teach skills, they challenge stereotypes that discourage girls from pursuing trades. In many countries, girls are steered towards softer careers, but programs like Canada's Skills Work for Women are changing this. These initiatives, often led by women welders, offer workshops where participants weld their first bead, a moment that sparks empowerment. Data backs this up. A 2022 study found that girls with female mentors in STEM fields are 50% more likely to pursue technical careers. The mentorship process is hands-on and transformative. Welding requires mastering tools like grinders, torches, and plasma cutters, which can intimidate beginners. Women mentors excel at breaking down these barriers, using patience and relatability. For example, Australia's Chloe Wilson, a welder with 15 years of experience, runs a YouTube channel with tutorials that have reached over 1 million viewers. Her videos, covering everything from weld prep to safety, make the trade accessible and inspiring. She also addresses unique challenges women face, like finding properly fitting gear. Most welding gloves and jackets are designed for men. Yet, mentorship comes with obstacles. Women like Al-Sayed often juggle teaching with full-time welding jobs, and funding for training programs is limited. Cultural barriers also persist, especially in conservative regions where trades are seen as unladylike. Despite this, women are creating change. In the US, the Girls Welded summer camp, led by veteran welder Karen Brown, introduces teens to welding, resulting in a 30% increase in female welding program enrollments locally. These efforts show how women welders aren't just shaping metal, they're shaping futures, inspiring a generation to pick up the torch. Fact 5. Women welders are champions of workplace safety. Welding is one of the most hazardous trades, and women are leading the charge in making it safer. The risks are real: burns, electric shocks, toxic fumes, and even arc flash, which can cause blindness. Women like Sofia Mendes, a safety officer and welder in Brazil, are revolutionizing workplace safety by developing protocols that protect welders worldwide. Mendes, who survived a near-fatal fume exposure early in her career, now trains teams on ventilation systems and proper PPE, personal protective equipment, use. This fact is fascinating because it highlights women's unique contributions to a high-stakes field. Welding safety requires vigilance. Welders must wear flame-resistant clothing, respirators, and tinted helmets to shield their eyes from UV rays. Women often excel in enforcing these standards due to their attention to detail. For instance, in the UK, welder Rachel Patel implemented a safety checklist that reduced accidents at her shipyard by 40%. Her system, now adopted industry-wide, ensures every welder checks gas levels, grounding, and ventilation before starting. Women also face unique safety challenges. Standard PPE is often ill-fitting for smaller frames, increasing risks. Mendes addressed this by partnering with manufacturers to design women-specific gear, like ergonomic gloves and lighter helmets, now used by thousands. Training is another hurdle. Safety certifications, like OSHA's welding safety course, take weeks and cost hundreds of dollars. Yet, women persist, often outperforming peers in safety audits. A 2023 report found that teams led by women welders had 25% fewer safety violations than male-led teams. Beyond physical safety, women like Patel advocate for psychological safety, addressing harassment in male-dominated shops. Their work is critical. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports welders face injury rates double the national average for all occupations. By championing safety, women are saving lives and setting new standards. Their impact is visible in safer shipyards, construction sites, and factories, proving that women welders aren't just skilled, they're guardians of their craft. Fact 6. Women welders are entrepreneurs building empires. Welding isn't just a trade, it's a launchpad for entrepreneurship, and women are seizing this opportunity to build thriving businesses. Take Layla Hassan, a welder-turned-entrepreneur in Egypt, who started a custom metalwork company specializing in ornate gates and furniture. Her business, now employing 15 people, generates over $200,000 annually, showcasing how welding can lead to financial independence and community impact. This fact is fascinating because it reveals welding's economic potential. Welders with entrepreneurial spirit can create niche products, think bespoke railings, sculptures, or restored vintage cars, that command high prices. Women like Hassan stand out for their ability to blend craftsmanship with business acumen. In the US, welder Jamie Lee runs a mobile welding service, bringing her rig to clients' sites for repairs. Her flexibility and reputation for quality have earned her a six-figure income, defying the gig economy stereotype. Starting a welding business isn't easy. Equipment costs, welders, plasma cutters, grinders, can exceed $10,000, and women often face skepticism from suppliers or clients. Access to capital is another barrier. Women receive just 2% of venture funding globally. Yet they innovate. In South Africa, Nia Batha crowdfunded her welding startup, creating eco-friendly metal furniture. Her designs, which use recycled materials, have attracted international buyers, proving women can lead in sustainability. Support networks are key. Organizations like the Women's Business Enterprise National Council connect women welders with mentors and loans. Success stories like Hassan's inspire others. Her mentorship program has helped 10 women launch their own shops. These entrepreneurs aren't just welding metal, they're forging economic empowerment, creating jobs, and proving that women can build empires one weld at a time. Fact 7. Women welders are global trailblazers. Welding is a universal trade, and women around the world are leaving their mark, from rural workshops to urban factories. In Vietnam, Nguyen Thi Mai, a welder in Ho Chi Minh City, builds motorcycle frames for a booming export market. Her precision welds have made her shop a go-to for international brands, earning her accolades as a trailblazer in a country where trades are still male-dominated. This fact is fascinating because it showcases the global diversity of women welders. In Kenya, Amina Juma welds water tanks for rural communities, addressing water scarcity while employing local women. Her work, supported by NGOs, has improved lives for thousands. Meanwhile, in Germany, Anna Schmidt specializes in underwater welding, a rare skill requiring dives in hazardous conditions. Her welds on offshore wind farms contribute to renewable energy, showing women's impact on global challenges. Cultural contexts shape these stories. In some regions, like South Asia, women face stigma for entering men's work. Yet they persist. India's Rani Patel, for example, defied family expectations to weld pipelines, now leading a crew of 20. Training varies globally. Europe emphasizes apprenticeships, while Africa relies on informal learning. Despite differences, women share a common drive. A 2024 ILO report notes women welders are growing fastest in developing nations, where they earn 20 to 30% above average local wages. Challenges remain: equipment access, safety standards, and gender bias differ by region. Yet, global networks like Women in Welding International connect these trailblazers, sharing techniques and inspiration. Their work, whether on bridges in Brazil or sculptures in Japan, shows that women welders are a global force, shaping industries and societies with every spark. Fact 8. Women welders are innovators in sustainability. Welding plays a critical role in sustainable industries, and women are leading innovations that benefit the planet. In Sweden, welder Ingrid Olsen develops welding techniques for wind turbine towers, ensuring durability in harsh conditions. Her work supports renewable energy, with each tower powering thousands of homes. Olsen's innovations, like low-energy welding processes, reduce carbon emissions, making her a pioneer in green technology. This fact is fascinating because it ties welding to environmental progress. Sustainable welding involves using eco-friendly materials, like recycled steel, and minimizing energy use. Women like Canada's Mira Singh excel here, welding solar panel frames with techniques that cut waste by 30%. Her methods, now taught in vocational schools, show how welders can drive sustainability. Similarly, in Australia, Zoe Carter welds lightweight structures for electric buses, reducing fuel consumption. Innovation requires expertise. Women often combine welding with knowledge of materials science or engineering. Olsen, for instance, holds patents for welds that resist corrosion, extending turbine lifespans. Training for such roles is intensive. Think 2 to 3 years of study plus certifications like ISO 3834 for quality. Yet women face barriers. Green tech programs often lack female representation, and funding for sustainable projects is competitive. Despite this, women are making waves. In India, Lakshmi Rao welds biogas digesters for rural farms, enabling clean energy. Her work, scaled through microloans, has reached 500 households. Groups like the International Institute of Welding promote these efforts, recognizing women's contributions to sustainability. Their innovations, whether in wind, solar, or electric vehicles, prove women welders are building a greener world, one weld at a time. Fact 9. Women welders are community builders. Beyond their technical skills, women welders are strengthening communities by sharing their craft and creating opportunities. In the Philippines, welder Carla Reyes runs a cooperative where women weld household goods like stoves and grills, sold locally to fund education programs. Her initiative has lifted 50 families out of poverty, showing how welding can be a tool for social good. This fact is fascinating because it reveals welding's ripple effect on communities. Women like Reyes use their skills to address local needs, from infrastructure to economic empowerment. In the US, welder Tanya Brooks organizes Weldathons, where volunteers repair playgrounds and community centers. Her events, which draw hundreds, foster pride and safety in underserved neighborhoods. A 2023 study found that women-led trade initiatives boost community cohesion by 35% more than male-led ones, thanks to their inclusive approach. Community work requires resourcefulness. Welding equipment is costly, and projects often rely on donations or grants. Women excel at navigating these challenges, leveraging networks like the National Association of Women in Construction. In Ghana, welder Fu Mensah welds irrigation systems for farmers, funded by crowdfunding. Her work has doubled crop yields for 200 families, earning her a local hero award. Challenges persist. Time constraints, cultural biases, and limited funding test these women's resolve. Yet, their impact is undeniable. Reyes, Brooks, and Mensah show that women welders don't just build structures. They build hope, opportunity, and stronger communities with every weld. Fact 10. Women welders are redefining strength. At its core, welding is about strength, both in the metal and the welder, and women are redefining what strength means. Take Aisha Noor, a welder in Pakistan who, after surviving domestic violence, found empowerment through welding. Now a shop foreman, she trains other women, showing that strength is physical, mental, and emotional. Her story resonates globally, inspiring women to claim their power. This fact is fascinating because it challenges stereotypes about strength. Welding demands endurance, lifting 50-pound rods, working in 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat, and maintaining focus for hours. Women like Noor prove they're more than capable, often surpassing male peers in stamina and precision. A 2024 survey found 85% of women welders feel empowered by their ability to shape metal, a tangible act of creation and control. Strength also means resilience. Women face doubts about their abilities, from coworkers or family. In Mexico, welder Rosa Diaz overcame mockery to become a lead welder on oil rigs, earning respect through flawless welds. Her journey reflects a broader truth. Women welders build confidence through mastery. Programs like Weld and Power in the UK offer therapy alongside training, addressing imposter syndrome and trauma. Cultural shifts are slow, but women are driving change. In Saudi Arabia, welder Noor Al-Harbi teaches girls to weld, defying norms in a conservative society. Her classes, now government-funded, have trained 300 women. These stories, Noor's, Diaz's, Al-Harbi's, show that women welders are forging a new definition of strength, one that's as unbreakable as their welds and as inspiring as their stories. And there you have it, 10 fascinating facts that shine a spotlight on the incredible women welders reshaping the world, one spark at a time. From pioneering a male-dominated trade to crafting art, leading high-tech industries, and building communities, these women are more than welders. They're trailblazers, artists, innovators, and role models. Their stories remind us that strength comes in many forms: the precision of a perfect weld, the courage to defy stereotypes, and the vision to create a better future. As we've seen, women welders aren't just building structures, they're forging paths for the next generation. proving that no barrier is too tough to melt away. So, the next time you cross a bridge, ride in a car, or marvel at a skyscraper, think of the women whose welds hold it together. Inspired to learn more or maybe even try welding yourself? Check out local programs or online communities like Women Who Weld. Let's keep the sparks flying and celebrate these women who are truly welding the world together.